guys, Miss Caro here with another virtual art lesson for you guys. Happy Thursday. We're going to continue with our theme of healthcare heroes. We're going to go a little bit in depth because we do want to celebrate everybody in our community that has been helping out during this pandemic. Okay, before we continue though, we're going to go ahead and get our stretching on and then we'll go into our activity. All right, so let's stretch to our left, stretch to our right. Stretch up and down, up and down. One more big one, up and down. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze. Take a deep breath in and relax. Way to go, guys. So remember, it is Thursday, which means it is our craft day. So we're going to make a special card craft to thank our healthcare heroes and everybody else in our community who has been super helpful and putting their lives on their line for us during this pandemic. So stay tuned. Guys, up next I'm going to play a short clip for you guys so you guys can see what our community is, who our community helpers are, and what they do. Enjoy!
Helpers in My Community by Bobby Kalman. What is a community? A community is a place where many people live and work together. Community helpers are people who make communities cleaner, safer, and better. Who are the helpers in your community? Some community helpers are builders, doctors, teachers, and librarians. All these people help you. Buildings and roads. Communities need buildings where people can live or work. Builders build houses, offices, schools, and stores. They also build roads and bridges. Builders use these machines to do their work. Bulldozer, digger, crane, cement mixer. Electricity and water. People in a community need electricity. Lights, computers, television sets, and many other things cannot work without it. Electricians are people who make sure that communities have the electricity they need. People need clean water in their homes. They drink water and use it to have baths and to wash their clothes. Plumbers are community helpers who put in the pipes that carry the water to our homes. Teachers and librarians. Teachers make learning fun and exciting. They teach us how to read and write. They teach us math, science, and social studies. Librarians help us find the books we need. Some librarians work in schools. Some librarians work in community libraries. Other school helpers. Some children walk to school. Crossing guards make sure the children cross the roads safely. School bus drivers drive some children from home to school. School nurses take care of children who are sick at school. Principals make sure that everyone follows the school rules. Caretakers clean schools and fix things. Who are your school helpers? Medical helpers. Medical helpers are doctors, nurses, and other people who keep us healthy. Some medical helpers work in offices. Others work in hospitals. Dentists are doctors who care for our teeth. They check our teeth and fix them. They teach us how to have healthy mouths. Emergency helpers. Emergencies are dangerous things that happen suddenly. Emergency workers help find people and take them away from danger. Paramedics bring sick or hurt people to hospitals. They take them to hospitals quickly in ambulances. They care for the people until they arrive at a hospital. Firefighters. Firefighters fight fires in buildings. They also fight forest fires. They rescue people and animals. They risk their lives to help others. Firefighters drive big trucks to fires. Police officers. Police officers protect people in their communities. They make sure that people do not break the law. They help people who are in trouble. Police officers talk to children about how to be safe in their communities. Kind helpers. Volunteers are kind people who help other people. They do not get paid for their work, but their jobs are very important. You can be a volunteer too. You can help the earth by planting trees or picking up trash. How else do you think you could help?
I hope you learned from that video and that you understand that everybody's roles in the community are super important, and why we have to value everyone and be grateful and thankful for all they do for us. Alright, so up next I'm going to play another short video on how we're going to go about celebrating them and honoring them. Alright, since it is a craft day, it is going to be a craft. We're going to be making a card to thank our healthcare heroes and our community helpers. So stay tuned, watch the video, and then after that we'll go ahead and dive into the activity and get our hands working.
Hey, are you looking for something to do while you're stuck in quarantine? While our heroes are busy making the world safe again, you can make a difference from your own home with a little bit of love. It gets pretty tiring to fight off a virus, whether they're a doctor, a nurse, or a patient. Sometimes a little kindness is all they need to get through their day. Let's try it! Let's start with 2 pieces of paper of the same size. I like to use different colors of construction paper. Let's fold both of them in half. Use your fingernails to make the creases really sharp. You can decide which card would be the inside and which would be the cover. I think I want the blue card to be the inside of my card and the yellow card to be the outside. Like that. Set the cover aside for now. On the inside of the card, we're going to make 2 cuts along the folded edge, here and here. Now these cuts can be any distance apart, but make sure not to cut more than 1/3 of the way across the card. There. Now you've got yourself a little flap. Next thing to do is to fold the flap in and make a crease. Use your fingernails to make the crease really sharp. When you've got that, turn it over and then crease it again on the other side. Now you can pop the flap out. Open the card and using your finger, you can push it inward like this until it stands up. Close the card and give it a few tries to see if it works. There we go. Now, we need a picture to attach to the pop-up. I'll draw my picture on another piece of construction paper. I want mine to be a get well soon card for a corona patient, and to give them a little happiness. I'm going to draw a happy little sun. If you don't want to draw, you can also use cutout magazines, photographs, or cutout shapes for your pop-up. Just make sure your picture is shorter than 2/3 of the width of the card. Next, cut out your artwork. Now, dab a little glue onto the front of the pop-up, right there. Make sure not to put any glue on the sides. Now I'm gonna stick the picture. Now it's time to decorate it. You can use any craft materials you like. I think I'm going to do mine with markers and glitter pens. Don't forget to decorate the cover as well. When you're done, we need to glue the cover to the inside. Simply spread a bit of glue on the front of the inside card and sandwich it into the cover. Make sure it's right side up. Press it flat. Then turn it over and glue the other side down. And there you have it, a thoughtful pop-up greeting card. And you can make any design you like. Here's a card for Corona doctors and nurses. It has 2 different size pop-ups to make layers. See how there's a big one and a small one over there? Here's another card where the cover is made of old wrapping paper, and on the inside, I've used some magazine clippings for decoration. This is for our garbage collectors. Remember, there are heroes too for keeping our neighborhoods clean and safe. How about this card for our heroes at the grocery stores? In this card, the picture is glued to the top of the pop-up, and it gives a different effect as well. Why not make a couple of these thoughtful pop-up cards for our frontliners and Corona patients? You can ask help from your parents to drop these off at your local hospital on your next grocery run. Or you can take a picture of it and send it to your hospital's email address. Remember, you can make a difference even from home with small acts of kindness. Thoughtful pop-up cards. Let's make kindness go viral. Thank you to the 5,000 people who are suddenly following me on Facebook. If you'd like your artwork to be featured on the page, send a picture of it to this address or post it in the comments. Remember to hit like and subscribe for more Bumababel crafts. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay home.
Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you enjoyed that little tutorial about how we're going to create our greeting card, our thank you cards for our healthcare heroes and community helpers. Okay, so now that we saw the process, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what materials you're gonna need to create these cards. All right, we're gonna need some construction paper, colored paper. Okay, that is to make our card. We're going to need a pair of scissors. We're gonna need a pencil to write in our cards, or a marker, whatever you want to write inside with. You're gonna need some glue to put everything together, and some markers, color pencils, crayons, paint, whatever you have on hand at home. All right, I'm gonna be using color pencils for mine, and you're also going to need and this is optional again, I'm gonna send a printout, or you should have a printout. Your family member should have it in their email, and it's gonna have different clip art of different community helpers that you guys can cut out, color to add to your card, or you can draw your own. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and use the clip art so I can color it, cut it out, and paste it onto my card. Okay, so now that we have our materials out of the way, let's go ahead and take a minute to go ahead and gather them, and then we'll meet right back here. Alright guys, I am back. Here is my printout of my community helpers. I have a police officer, a vet, a nurse, and a mailman. Okay, so I'm going to be making 2 cards today. I'm going to go ahead and make one for a nurse, and I'm going to make one for a mail carrier. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and color these in before I add them to my card. So we'll go ahead and select the ones that you would like to thank, or you can draw your own, and then we'll meet right back here so we can start assembling our card. Welcome back. I am finished coloring in my healthcare hero and community helper for my card. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside so we can get started on the actual card. Alright, so for my community helper, my mail carrier, I selected a blue for his card, and for my healthcare worker, I selected a red construction paper sheet for the nurse. Alright, before we get started on folding these cards, we're going to go ahead and grab a white sheet of paper. That's going to serve as the inside of the card so we can write on it, and also as the little pop-up for the inside of the card. So as you guys saw in the last video, to create that little pop-up effect, we're going to have to grab a sheet of paper. We're going to fold it in half, and we're going to create 2 little slits that when you open it is going to create like a little pop-up. Okay, so I'm going to place my mail carrier a little bit off to the side because I want to create another little pocket here so I can put his vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a little slit here, another one here, and then off to the side I'm going to put a bigger slot for his vehicle. So the way this works is when I attach it to my card, which I'm going to fold now. Remember, I'm using blue. I'm going to fold it in half so I can show you. Okay, again, this is going to be my card. I'm going to attach my white sheet of paper to the inside. I'm going to glue it on. Alright, but before I glue it on, I'm going to go ahead and grab it and pop this out in the opposite direction so that when I open my card, you can see it, it's gonna pop up. So when I glue my mail carrier here and his vehicle, you're gonna be able to see it pop up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my glue and glue on my white sheet of paper. Remember, do not add glue to the slits that you just cut out, just add it to the rest of it. Okay, I'm going to use my glue stick. Again, you guys know I prefer this because it is less messy and it won't get your paper all wet and sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to the majority of my white paper, with the exception of the slits that we just cut out. Again, we don't want to stick them on because then they won't pop out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and center it with my blue construction paper that I selected for the mail carrier. So here you have it. Your card is going to fold in the middle like this. Okay. Then when I open it up, you'll be able to see it pop up. So you can see it better in this angle and it'll pop up. Alright, so go ahead take the next minute to do that, and then we'll be right back here to cut out our community helper and our healthcare hero to add on to our card. Guys, it is time to add my healthcare hero or community hero to my card. So I've gone ahead and cut out my mail carrier and his vehicle to add to my card. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Remember, I made 2 slits, 1 for each. So on the smaller one, I'm going to go ahead and glue on my mail carrier. Okay, remember to line it up with the bottom. You don't want to put it here because when you fold it, it's going to bend in half. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue onto my mail carrier and then add it to that little pop-up slit that we made, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for his vehicle. Okay, so here's the vehicle. I'm gonna add some glue and then attach it to the little pop-up slit. Okay, so right now this is what it looks like. All right, and we're gonna add some little details and finishing touches to this. Okay, so on the outside of the card, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a little triangle to make it look like an envelope because he does deliver our mail, which is very important. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab other paper to use as a guide. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my line. One diagonal one this way, and another one from the other corner, and I'll show it to you as soon as I'm done. Alright, so now kind of looks like an envelope, right? Alright, and over here, I'm going to add something that looks like a stamp. Alright, so I've cut out a little rectangle, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of cut the edges to make it look like a stamp. So I'm going to do the same motion all around. Okay, so you can see it here. I'm going to do it all the way around so it looks like a stamp. Okay, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, a few more this side. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing that I did here on all 4 sides. Okay, we're gonna cut this one out. Come back around this way. Again, one here. Okay. So right now, this is what I have. Let me see it. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut again here. Again here. And one more here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So it looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on and attach it to the corner, just like this, like a stamp. All right, I'm gonna grab a piece of white that I had left over from my other cutout, and I'm gonna place it in the middle of the green that we just cut out, and then I'll show you why. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue it onto the middle, just like that. So now it looks like a stamp, and on the stamp I'm gonna go ahead and draw the WOW logo so that they know that the WOW Center loves the community helpers and we're always thinking of them. Okay, so here's our WOW logo, and I'm gonna write thank you on the outside. All right, so I'm gonna put okay, so this is going to be the outside of my card that says thank you, and the inside is going to have our mail carrier and his vehicle. All right, and inside you're free to write a message. I'm going to thank them for all they do, and I'm going to let them know that they are WOW. All right, so I'm going to write in the center, and then I'll show you guys. Alright, so on the inside I wrote you are WOW, and down here I'm going to write a personalized message to my mail carrier so that he knows that we honor his time and that we are grateful and thankful that he is out there putting his life on the line and delivering our very important mail and packages. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for a nurse. I actually have a couple nurses in my family, so I'm going to go ahead and make a few of those for them. I hope that you guys had fun with this activity and that you are able to honor and thank one of our healthcare heroes who are fighting daily during this pandemic to bring some sort of normalcy to our lives and to make everything continue to run smoothly, even though times are a little bit difficult now. Alright, so once you are done, I hope that you guys take some photos, send some videos, tag us on social media, and even better if you guys deliver these to a healthcare hero or a community helper. If you decide to make one for your mail carrier, you can do it contactless and just leave it in your mailbox, and I'm sure that this will bring a smile to their face. And if you have a chance or you have someone in your family that is a healthcare hero, you can make one for them and deliver to them personally or whenever you see them. So yeah, it's up to you. Just make sure that you get it done and you show them how much you appreciate them. Alright, so take the next 10 minutes to make as many cards as you like and to work on the activities that go along with this lesson. So I'll see you next time, and I wish you well.